Alright, lads, so 1000-year Blood War round 14 has finally been resurrected. Ichigo and also Rukia finally getting the upgrades. And we've already spoke about it in 2 videos, but now it's finally time to check them out and see how they feel perform once they are upgraded. So first up, let's have a look at Ichigo. And keep in mind, for today's showcases, both Ichigo and Rukia will be max transcended. And that's something you can potentially do yourself. If you own the character as special move level 3 out of 5, you can take them into the special move trial quest to get those last 2 copies. And you might want to do that, especially for a character like Ichigo, because at max transcendence, 1, he's going to be offering a lot of stats, but through his soul trade, he is offering 12% recharge and also 20% more damage at full stamina. That makes him a lot better, just more damage overall, but it makes him one of the best links in the mind attribute. Now with that, the 2 skills this character does get upon resurrecting is Frenzy plus 2. He's the first character in the game to get Frenzy plus 2 upon resurrecting, and in my opinion, that kind of sets a good standard in the future, because realistically, especially when we get to like late 2021 characters, the only thing they're realistically going to need many times will be different a year from now, who actually knows. But the character like Kisuke, for example, who to be fair is quite a while off before resurrecting, but he already has a Frenzy plus 1 and a spiritual pressure boost. Just picking up Frenzy plus 2 upon resurrecting would actually be a very good upgrade, even if at that point the new character we're getting might have like Frenzy 4, I don't know. Nonetheless though, it is great to see his skills like Frenzy plus 1 get upgraded to Frenzy plus 2, because it does mean his strong attacks hit more, overall he's doing more damage, and that's going to actually impact that extra 20% strong attack damage that he does have, more than just getting more berserker like other characters do get. Alongside that, though, he also did pick up Booster. His SA2 in particular is a 33% attack, focus, and defense increase. Now with that booster skill, it's upwards to 43%. Again, overall, just more damage, and probably the next best skill this character could have gotten. I'd say overall, it's actually a really good resurrection. He got a good soul trait, he got a good new skill, and he also got a great skill upgrade. Obviously, it could have been better. Removing Bruiser for more strong attack damage would have been absolutely amazing. Maybe getting more damage to enemies not affected by an element would have also been really good to see here. There's definitely room for improvement, but nonetheless, as far as resurrection standards do go, this Ichigo is definitely up there. Alright then, so let's see how this character does perform now with Frenzy plus 2. So let's use the SA2. Little lag spikes there, hopefully that does fix itself, but I am noticing quite a big damage increase, honestly. Like, we showcased the character already like yesterday at the same transcendence level, but only Frenzy plus 1. And remember, we are currently in Link Shot Trials, so the enemies themselves have Iron Skin, so they're taking 80% less damage. And we did have to use quite a few strong attacks, more specifically against the boss. This is where it's actually quite noticeable, to be fair. Really, right now, just from 2 rooms alone, he does feel like almost a completely different character, because he's actually killing. That's the main thing. Because remember, characters like this, right? Especially some of like the better characters to release from any year, unfortunately, we took some damage, so that's going to lower our DPS by quite a bit. Like, we just lost a lot of damage there, but we'll keep it going. But the thing you're going to notice with a lot of characters like this that we used to consider the best character in the game at one point, where their strong attacks are almost perfect. I mean, obviously, you would like for a character like this to have stat elements, but right now, at least when we are at full stamina, it's not that big of a deal. But since this strong attack hit's so good, the only thing he was really lacking is damage output. And when we had at Frenzy plus 2 and at full stamina, like we are back now, it was actually feeling pretty good. I look at that. 2 strong attacks just to kill there. That doesn't seem too bad. That really doesn't seem too bad. And then now with that, we can grab the Soul Bomb, and likely the Soul Bomb is going to kill all the way through. Surprisingly, didn't kill all the way through, but close enough. Again, we spoke about it yesterday, right? I actually love his Soul Bomb. It's a simple get to potential, but that's what you want with a character like this. That's all I ever wanted to see with a 10 years later Ichigo. Just hit the nastiest get to potential you've ever seen, and he does that. In this case, from our first attempt, we almost got a 1-minute clear time difference. Like, that is kind of crazy. When we showcased him the other day before resurrecting, using the exact same build, like nothing has changed. The only thing that's changed now is that we have more damage output, and it literally cuts off a minute of our time. And that wasn't even a perfect run. We took damage. So let's try that again. This time, not taking any damage. All right, then attempt number 2. Let's try that again. Let's instantly start off using our SA2 to get that boost. Use our 3 there. Man, if we were able to kill that with the SA3, that would have been great. But this feels good. Like, this actually feels really good as a character. Let's use our SA1. Completely missed that. Damn. Back it all the way up. Mazu the nudge string. I guess the bruiser is coming in somewhat handy there. Let's use our 2. Go up here and then 3. Look at that, Ichigo. I'm liking it. I mean, again, we have the character max transcended, but like I said, the other day we tried out the character, and it was a 9-day difference. Let's sub him here. That actually took out Nelliel. I don't think I want to sub him there, to be fair. Maybe I do, actually, because I want to use my strong attacks here anyway. Need to get in a better position for that SA3. And then here the SA2 should... There we go. How long has it been since we've gotten a character, by the way, with that SA2 as a boost? I actually don't dislike it. It always felt great on a character like this. I can't remember. Then again, to be fair, we haven't gotten that many characters with an SA2 team boost. And to be fair, I believe Rukia does have it. But let's go in. Soul Bomb doesn't actually kill. SA1 takes down Hallibell. I think we can definitely improve upon that. But that's just the only thing I can really say about this character right now is that it feels good. It feels good. Way better when compared to when we showcased the character before transcending, to the point that we're almost getting under a minute. Going from 2:30 in a perfect run down to almost 1 minute is kind of crazy, I will be honest. All right, let's try that once more. Instantly starting off the quest using our SA2, then use our SA1 forward. Did we hit Apache? Yes, we did. And that seems to be the perfect play when it comes to that particular room. But like I said, I honestly wouldn't mind to see more characters with the 960 SA2. It's something that we haven't seen a lot this year, to be fair. Like, the only, 2 good characters that I know have that SA2 this year were Byakuya and also Shinji, the 1000 other ones. And they play great, especially Byakuya, right? Byakuya is one of those characters this year that just have, the perfect strong attack here. Let's sub him here. There we go. A lot of strong attacks return. All right, go here. SA3. That felt right to use there. And then now at this point, we kind of just have to wait for our strong attacks to come back. Mainly that SA3, but the SA2 is going to come back too. Finish up, SA2, then 3, then 1. Unfortunately, 1 enemy got left alive. Oh, there we go. I guess to be fair, the bruise is coming clutch there. And with that, we're going into the final room. The only way at this point we can actually kill through the final wave, the final boss more so, is that we get that insta-kill, which unfortunately we didn't do, but nonetheless, we were still able to clear it. That might have been our fastest run thus far, but yeah, overall, after playing with the character, I really like his upgrade. It's a 9-day difference. That Frenzy +2 really does go a long way, and we literally just got a 1-minute clear time. So before resurrecting, we were getting a 2-minute and 30-second clear time, which is understandable. We are basically performing him at his worst in this particular quest because we are up against enemies with Iron Skin where we do 80% less damage. With Frenzy +2 though, and the fact that again he got pretty good damage increase, the additional 20% strong attack damage, which goes an extra mile because he has Frenzy 2 now. With the extra stats that you're getting through the booster skill, which also goes a long way because we do have more stats through the attribute tree system, and with that, we're now able to get a 1-minute clear time. You're still not going to really use this character over super new broken mind characters, but honestly, he feels great to play with right now, and I'm really liking the upgrade. I might actually use him more often than not. And in general, it's just great to use a character that came out 4 years ago that was the best character in the game at one point, and finally see him get an upgrade that makes him a lot more enjoyable. It's what you want to see more often when it comes to resurrectable characters. Next up though, let's have a look at Rukia. Again, I said it in our last video when we looked at the character before resurrecting, one of the coolest characters to this day in this game, and I don't think this character will ever be topped unless we get a remake of this specific character. A Rukia in her captain outfit with a transformation button that lets her activate her Bankai mid-quest, and you get to move around with it. It's such cool fan service. And with this character's resurrection, what exactly did she get? Well, unfortunately, unlike Ichigo, she didn't get the best soul trait. Recharge and more damage to throws than enemies. I'm maybe kind of okay with this soul trait. Obviously, I would have liked just more damage in general, but considering the fact that we just got Ryukin last month, one of the best links in the best link in the entire game probably at this point, it's understandable that Power didn't get another broken soul trait, even if she did deserve it. If anything though, it is increasing her damage output, and like I mentioned, you'll see it in the gameplay, because she does have the transformation button, the first 10 seconds in that transformed state, she does have Disabler against every enemy. Now, Disabler is a skill you might have not heard of. It's a very old skill, and it's something that a lot of characters do have, an increased chance to inflict stat ailments, but this is to every character, not to a specific attribute or killer. And I definitely do believe sometime in the future, we are going to see Disabler make a return, because we are kind of going on a tangent here, but characters with an increased chance to every enemy in that attribute is good for co-op quests, like for example Linkshot Trials. And then as of late, we've been seeing characters get increased chance to just kill a specific enemies like Quincy's and Soribus, and that's mainly for guild quest content where you are going against multiple different enemies of different attributes. I think it's only a matter of time before we start seeing Disabler, so a character can be equally as great in Limit Breaker, as long as they have attribute, in Co-op Trials, epic raids, and then of course more specifically in Guild Quest. And Rukia right now is one of the few characters that basically have that increased chance to every character, regardless of the killer, regardless of the attribute. Now with that said, what Rukia does pick up upon resurrecting is more damage to frozen enemies. It goes up to 50%, and then she also did get a 50% spiritual pressure boost. Unfortunately, she kept the Frenzy +1, something that Ichigo didn't keep. He got Frenzy 2, and I would have loved if she had Frenzy 2 and the SP boost, because honestly, if she got that, it would have made her a pretty good 2024 character. That's how close this character was to becoming a 2024/2023 level character had she been given the Frenzy +2 and the spiritual pressure boost. They are still holding back on resurrections after all. You know, Ichigo does have Frenzy +2, which is great. He played a lot better now with that upgrade. But you know, he's still lacking a spiritual pressure boost, which is the norm for most characters in 2024. It's nice that Rukia got it, but man, she was so close to becoming like a super broken character as far as resurrectable characters and standards are concerned. So mainly she just got more damage to frozen enemies and also a spiritual pressure boost, but that overall is going to increase the damage output by quite a bit. Alright then, so here we go. Let's see how this does go. So let's transform it into the SA1. We'll use our SA2 upwards and then hopefully inflict a status summon against Ganju, and there we go. Unfortunately, one enemy got left away, but that already feels better. That already feels better. Last time we had to use quite a few extra strong attacks. So now, while we are still transformed for like another 5 more seconds, we have unfortunately lost that increased chance to inflict status summons. Luckily dodged all those attacks. Let's go up here. SA2. SA3. And then SA1 luckily was able to do enough damage there despite us losing our spiritual pressure boost. But we are pretty much guaranteed it once we use that SA2. Look at that. The boss instantly spawned in. Got frozen straight away. You love to see it. Let's wrap up with the SA3. And then this stage, I want to sub him. Although, to be fair, this is quite a big room. Can we even nuke all the way through? Let's find out. Right, good enough at least. Good enough, that does the job. And then this is the boss stage, it is. Okay, already feels faster. So right now, basically what we are comparing is like Frenzy +2 versus spiritual pressure boost. And Frenzy +1, which used to be the standard again back in 2022 when they were first introduced. For like really hype end of month characters and popular characters, it was either you were given Frenzy 2 or you were given Frenzy +1 and a spiritual pressure boost. And there was always a debate which one was better. Seems like though in case for Rukia, she was actually faster than Ichigo in our very first attempt, getting a 58-second clear time, but it is understandable given the fact that Rukia can inflict status summons and Ichigo can't. Unfortunately for both Ichigo and Rukia, for this showcase in particular, they weren't able to get killer. With the way Link's Trials does work, the killers don't rotate. It's always the same set of enemies. And it's really unfortunate that in the power-only quest, there's no Arankas. And in the mind-only quest, there's no Soripers, because they would have been able to do more damage. But to be fair, I think they're clearing fast enough as is. Well, we did do 3 runs with Ichigo, so it's only fair Rukia gets the same treatment. Let's go down here. Use our SA3. Ganju, unironically, is kind of an annoying boss when he starts to spam his strong attacks. And unfortunately, we had to spend a bit of extra time there on that particular boss because we didn't get a status proc. Which is unfortunate, but I also believe I missed the SA1 damage a bit, using the lunge a bit too far away. But again, this character's strong attack kit is also like almost perfect. Really do like the visuals for her. Let's go in. Unfortunately, took all the hits there. Damn. Damn, Rukia. She's like the worst enemy right now. But lucky for us, we have that extra bruiser value. We're doing damage on our normal attacks. Oh my god. I wasted so much time here. We'll keep it going, though. We'll keep it going. I don't mind spending the extra few time with this character. Again, I really love the visuals for this character's strong attacks, especially when she does transform. Now look at this. Look how cool this is. I really would love to see, because I was quite a big fan, and damn, we died. I really do like the look of Bankai Rukia in the anime, especially with, you know, this one. It's a prime example of how Caleb interpreted the manga colors versus how Taguchi does it in the anime, where there's a lot of more extra style to the anime colors. And Bankai Rukia, right, instead of just being plain white, which honestly looks fine as is, like we have right now with this Rukia, the new Bankai Rukia has like a glowing blue color to it that I do think looks cool. And I actually like the look of Rukia's Bankai model in the new 1000 Jibota Rukia, and I would love to see that version playable. moving around like we are seeing right here, right? Let's use our SA3. No need to even use a Soul Bomb, to be fair. And then we finish up with the SA1. One thing that's definitely notable with this character is the lack of guard break, and that definitely does suck. The idea on why she was never given guard break and why some other characters aren't given guard break upon resurrecting is because she has an Aaroniero killer. When up against Aaroniero enemies, they don't have melee guard. So technically, the only time you want to use her when she has killer is the time that she doesn't need guard break. And that's why she didn't get it upon resurrecting. But then again, due to her skill cap, she was only able to get one skill. And in this case, it was the best thing that she could have gotten, a 50% spiritual pressure boost. But let's try it out one more time and hopefully we can... I mean, we've already gotten under a minute, so we've already done the job that we want to do, right? Which is what you want to see for a character like this. Do I take the risk and use the nat string? Yes, I do. Look at that. That's the disabler in effect. The increased chance against any enemy. You love to see it. Unfortunately, now it's gone. Unfortunately, now it's gone. But I did mention in the video when we, tried out the character before resurrecting. Again, very similar to Ichigo, was getting like a 2-minute and 30-second clear time. So now with resurrecting, the fact that she can get a 1-minute clear time is actually really impressive. Let's use the SA1. Can we get a status proc? There we go. That really does help her out. Get that extra 50% damage and also get the spiritual pressure boost. So getting the spiritual pressure boost was actually really good for her. Look at that. That was great. There we go. And then I believe, yeah, we Soul Bomb this stage, right? Let's just use the SA2 just to do that extra bit of damage. Soul Bomb now. SA1. Might as well use the 3 because we're going to Soul Bomb right away anyway. And there we go. Very simple run with Rukia. Still plays great. The lack of guard break, is a tad bit noticeable, but she's honestly still fine. Would have loved, though, maybe again, similar to Ichigo, because we have seen with Gin, characters can lose skills to get better ones. I think both Ichigo and Rukia, if I'm nitpicking, should have lost the Bruiser and got a better skill. Just more strong attack damage output. But nonetheless, I think it's still a pretty good resurrection anyway. Like I said, though, she was on the verge, the cusp of becoming like a really good character if she got Frenzy 2 and the spiritual pressure boost. I would have loved to have seen that, but I understand why they didn't. Caleb don't want to make resurrectable characters super broken, but to be fair, I don't think there's even like harm in doing that. If this character had Frenzy +2 and a spiritual pressure boost, people would still summon for a new Milia Sparta killer. I mean, Kenpachi exists, so like Rukia was never competing anyway. But still, that's Ichigo and Rukia, now resurrected in a nutshell. Have both of them max transcended. I've had them max transcended since they came out. I used special move sources on these characters, and to this day, I don't regret it. These two characters are some of the highlights that Brave Source has to offer. Really cool units. Both of them, in my opinion, got pretty good upgrades. Like always, could have been better, but it makes them a lot more enjoyable. The character I definitely preferred to play the most out of these two characters, at least upon resurrecting, was Ichigo. I found him to be a bit more enjoyable with that Frenzy +2. It was more noticeable playing him after and before resurrecting. But Rukia didn't feel bad either. But of the two, I think I definitely prefer Ichigo. And to be fair, that might have been the case when they first came out. I always thought Rukia was the more fun unit because she had the whole Bankai button, and it's also a Bankai Rukia, right? Ichigo isn't using any of his crazy powers. But I always did find Ichigo more smooth to play, and that might be due to the guard break, to be fair. That Rukia does lack. But if you haven't already gone ahead and done it, go ahead and resurrect them. Maybe take them into the special move trial quest to get some extra power through their soul traits. More so Ichigo, because he's a really good one. And yeah, overall pretty good resurrections. Looking forward to this time next month, because we should be getting 5th anniversary resurrected. And I'm excited to see and hopefully see them get similar treatment to these two characters. I want to see Byakuya get Frenzy +2, and I want to see Ichigo get a spiritual pressure boost. That'll be kind of funny if they get like the exact same treatment, but I think it's probably the best route Caleb could do. Let me know what you guys think about the resurrections in the comments below, and I'll see you lads next time. Take care and peace.